position here, he makes the budget greasy difference, or his elbows on the outside. So elbow position dictates whether we go for the front triangle or whether we go for the opposite side triangle. So as we move into our position, trying to get into the opposite side, maybe I didn't get the bite, see if I can see my knee. So we're taking him over. I'm not saying you can't finish the rear triangle if Karl's on the side. But one of his escapes is to get to his knees. And if he manages to get back up again, I'm trying to finish it on top of him, take it back a step. So one of the reasons when we take him over and we have him down here, and the two hands are behind, come up to your side, Cara, I can keep him here just by leg pressing, and we're here. So once that battle of him trying to get on the side's over, then we can win it with our right hand. Left hand's here. So that grip will move me kind of 45 degrees, but now I need to switch, place my other hand on the mat on this foot, and that's what gets me there. And even now, Cara turns on the side, it doesn't really matter. So, we've looked at 3 stages of triangles, right? The first stage was making a working grip. We were looking at 2-on-1s and moving into the second step. The second stage was the triangle trap. Getting into the one arm in, one arm out scenario. The third stage was getting from the triangle trap to a figure 4. Either in front triangle or in opposite side triangle or in rear triangle. This way I've made a figure 4, so that's where we've got to. There's 3 stages in this triangle system, but the 4th and final stage is if you haven't got the bite with the triangle choke, we need to switch to the joint lock. Okay? And in the opposite side triangle, the best joint lock is the Kimura. So let's take a look at that. So just from our triangle trap position, Karl's elbow was on the outside, so I've cut the angle. I've moved into the opposite side triangle, but again, due to bad body mechanics, or I just couldn't get my knee underneath it. Maybe Karl's clamping, and I'm here. If that makes sense. Just turn this way, bro. Perfect. So now, we're going to attack this arm. Okay? So from this position, my left hand is going to find his elbow, my right finds the wrist. I'm going to pull Karl's left elbow towards my left armpit. Notice what that's doing. It's moving his elbow in line with the shoulders. For me to put tension in Karl's left arm, I need his elbow here. Okay? Anytime you put a Kimura on someone and the elbow is not in line with the shoulder, you're having to do a lot more movement. You probably have to bend his arm nearly right behind his back. The other thing Karl can do is straighten his arm. That's not the end of the world, because then we can switch to other arm locks. But anytime you're in this opposite side triangle, the go-to move is the Kimura, because his arms are already bent. So from there, left hand controls, right grabs the wrist. I'm not going to get too fixated on whether I use a C grip using the thumb or a thumbless grip. I think when the stats were done, there's as many Kimura break or submissions without using the thumb or with using the thumb. But if you're setting it up from a different position, I would suggest using the thumb because you have more control of the wrist. So from here, we're going to pull the elbow in line with the shoulder. I'm getting Karl's left elbow towards my left armpit. Okay. Then I come underneath and grab my own wrist. From that position, clamping with my left elbow to my body. And now from this here, I'm going to be bringing Karl's wrist to the inside of my knee. So now I hold that in place, and I'm going to use my right knee to smear Karl's arm behind his back. So, from the triangle trap position, Charles makes that wedge. If you've noticed, there's a 90-degree bend in his arm. That's just telling you, Kimura. So let's get ourselves into a good position for it. So I underhook, I kick up, I kick up, I kick up. Start to lock the opposite side triangle. I feel I can't get it. Maybe I can't get the sweep, or Charles has a free hand. I attempt to sweep and he's posting with his hand. So immediately my left hand's going to find that elbow. I'm going to start pulling it towards the shoulder line and towards my armpit. I don't grab down here, okay? Because what's going to happen is Charles going to cup the inside of his knee here. You end up in that path. So the minute I'm here, the first grip I make is this, and now I'm pulling it this way. That puts tension in the shoulder. Now from there I'm going to grab that wrist, bring it towards my armpit, and as I come over the top and grab my own wrist, I'm going to flare open my knee and put Car's left wrist to the inside of my left knee. And now from there, it just takes very little movement to put that on. Whereas if you haven't got the shoulder and the elbow in line with the shoulder, you're doing this big movement here. Okay? So put tension in the limb before you finish. Let's do that, guys.